So let's go to let's go to your current band River. 3-piece kayo.
Yeah.
Alamuse.
Alam you.
3-piece. You play the bass, and then who are the personnel?
We have Dale on guitars and Bong Francis Nerga on drums.
Okay. Who started the band?
That's a good question. I guess we did. We were at the time when it was formed. We were all in. We
Different.
just came off from different bands, and at that point we were also hanging out in the studio at Cybertron at the time, and then it started with a jam, and then we started out as a jamming lang sa studio, and then it became an Incubus cover band.
Okay.
Because we were all Incubus fans, or we had this kind of like the enthusiasm whenever we're playing Incubus songs. So and then we started with that. We had a gig as an Incubus cover or tribute band, if you will, and then we started writing our own songs. Or I think I started it with because Dale was just doodling around with the guitar. I was recording him, and then I just added some melodic lines and lyric, and then it worked. And then soon, from the cover band set, it's becoming more and more originals that are filling up those sets.
Like the EP that you have, which is available on Spotify, Story of a Stranger, which was actually a line taken from River of
Iris,
di ba?
Oh,
Gusto,
wow.
gusto
Homework. Awesome.
simula nung lumabas yung album na yan, I've been listening to
Oh, thank you.
bitin nga, 5 kanta lang eh.
It's 10 songs.
Pero 5 kanta lang yung napapakinggan ko sa playlist ko ngayon.
Oh, okay.
Hindi ko pa nalalagay lahat ng mga
Okay.
songs, no? So, sabi ko, okay, gusto ko tong 5 kanta na to for one simple reason. How do I say this? You guys listen to it, but there is one distinct sound, but they're very different. But there's one distinct sound. So, ang gusto ko itanong sa'yo, you mixed, you recorded the band, who arranged?
I didn't pretty much.
Okay, so that explains it. Kasi ang ganda ng tunog niya.
Oh, thank you.
So ito yung sinasabi na you were very critical about yourself and all that stuff. It sounds so good. So, I want to know the recording process. What was the first song recorded on that album?
I think it was a song called Sweet Intoxication.
Okay. So, okay, alam ko yun. So, Sweet Intoxication. Medyo mabagal yun.
Yeah.
So pag-usapan natin yun. What is the story behind Sweet Intoxication?
That's a good question. I think at the time when we were writing, when we write songs, when we jam on the studio, everything just kind of lines up with Dale and Bong. It's very fluid when we're writing songs. Even the lyric that comes out of my mouth, sometimes because we always record our sessions. Kung ano man lumabas sa bibig ko.
Yun na muna yun, yeah.
Yun na yun. And then you just kind of tweak it a little bit more.
Right.
But there's quite a few songs in there that kung ano man lumabas sa bibig ko at that time, yun na yung naging parang melodic structure niya and lyrically. And because River is a more commercial rock band, I was aiming for na dapat malayo siya sa Sons of Asylum. It has to be more on the
pop side,
rock.
Yeah.
So it's more palpable to the.
Pati yung mga riffs nung gitara are very pop, ha?
Oh yeah. That's all Dale on that side, and I'm trying to see.
I was gonna ask you, sabi ko,
Yeah.
pinapakinggan ko yun eh, yung mga intro ng mga gitara, sabi ko, parang hindi si Dale ang gagawa ng mga, no offense, ha? But I wanted to ask you, so that was him talaga?
Yeah, that's all him.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to, it's also challenging if you're usually doing the creative writer of a band. You have to also give your bandmates the freedom, some room to be creative. Kasi kung ako mag-guitar, magiging parang Sons of Asylum. So like with Dale, guitar riffs and ideas, it helps me tone down what I'm doing, and it also gives me another avenue to lyrically and melodically So lumalabas yung mga sensibilities ng what could work with that song. So
when you say, how long did the production go for the whole 10 songs for the album?
I would say mga 2 years then.
2 years. Hindi nyo naman minadali, no?
No, we were done before the pandemic.
Okay.
Because of the pandemic, I had time to mix and finish out the album. Because
And everything was recorded at Cybertron?
Yeah. Actually, no, not all of it.
Okay.
Everything was actually in my house.
Oh, now, recording the album, ano ang process? Sa mga nanonood, sa mga may gustong gumawa ng kanilang DIY, what was your process like? Were there fights? Were there arguments? Were there misunderstandings?
I don't believe there were ever fights, but it's always...
Kasi opinionated yung dalawang kasama mo kahit...
Yeah, it's the way we work best if we were all in the same room.
Uh-huh.
I wish it was different because like not everyone is technical savvy on technology as far as working remotely.
Right.
Like wari, ito yung sinula ko, pasok sa'yo. Ganun na ngayon eh because of this quarantine. But before, when we meet, like once a week, we have a new song idea every time, sometimes two.
Tapos i-record nyo na yun.
Yeah. And ang problema kay Dale, sorry Dale, I'm gonna expose you. Every time he has a creative, an idea as a guitar line or a guitar riff, nakakalimutan niya agad. So every rehearsal is a recording on my end. And I take that, after we're done, I put it on Pro Tools or whatever DAW I use. And then I give them the idea, let's do it this way. So ako nag-arrange lahat, but he has all the ideas, I just put it all together.
When you say put it all together, is it still his work or you'll emulate his guitar parts, gagawa ka ng guitar parts mo para
Oh, no. It's all
sa
just,
kanya na, okay.
it's all his guitar. And what Dale is really good at is the use of
Effects.
That's his forte, and
Right.
I wanted to highlight that on the recordings.
Tapos kay Francis naman, he listens to both of you and then kung anong gagawin yung dalawa.
Oh yeah, ang maganda kay Bong, he knows what to do every time. I think not just for our band, for the other bands that he played for, even the cover bands. It's like you think it and he just does it without
Right.
even telling him.
Sometimes you forget na he's there.
Yeah.
Kasi very reliable.
Yeah.
Very reliable si
And his level of from when we started to where he is now is just exponential. Yung level. Let's say pati si Dale, like yung skill level went up.
Right.
And not just on playing the instrument, but also songwriting skills, because that's different, writing music and also playing the instrument.